So what you're looking at is the UHV engine, which is based on a Yamaha KT100J 100cc. The cylinder's just had a new liner in because the old one was faulty. So as you can see, one exhaust port, no transfers. You will notice also in the bottom of that exhaust port, if you can see it, a trench with a little hole in the middle, and that hole exits to this little brass fitting here, which will see what oil flow we can get out of that, and down on the bottom is another drain from the bottom of the crankcase. Okay, so what we're going to do, I've 3D printed a spacer plate which will go on, as you can see there, carefully dialed on, and that snaps over, and with those slots all the way around, that allows the airflow above the piston to go in and out of the cylinder. So no transfer flow will be seen within the cylinder, but all that transfer crankcase flow will be coming up via these two holes here. So that's stage one. Okay, the next thing to go on is a 3D printed cylinder head. It's been slightly shortened. You will notice it's got a couple of 1, 2, 3 syringe drawing up needles, those little metal things there, with a view to maybe squirting in some detergent or oil or whatever to see if we can see any flow when the whole thing's running as one. So this guy goes on next. Whoops. There, and the next thing to go on is the reed valve. Okay, the next thing to go on is the reed valve, and here's a reed valve, but it introduces a problem in that the studs are quite short. So what it means is to hold the rest of it down, I had to make up these extended sleeve nuts, but the problem is they won't pass through the hole in the head, in the reed valve. So I had to pretty crudely chomp away at each corner. So when we put on the actual cylinder later, these sleeve nuts can pass through and beyond the reed valve. So that's next. So we're just going to put the cylinder on next, and that'll be the complete assembly of the flow visualization rig. Visualization cylinder, sandwiching the reed against the head. The depth of the cylinder is the same as the distance down from the top deck of the engine cylinder to the exhaust port. You might be wondering why it's KTM orange, but there's no sponsorship coming through as yet.